between this little guy and I, we have now come to the conclusion that the Ides of March are most definitely real. Oh yes. It comes in the form of the fact that now paranoia among everything going on with the coronavirus has gotten to that extreme where you're either supposed to avoid crowds entirely, or if you're in front of crowds, don't go near or touch anyone. And it's hard. I can see why a lot of people are really upset by this. In fact, it's now come to the point where by going to the most supreme authority that I know, a.k.a. my mother, out of her recommendation, I can't go to church this morning. Now, I don't want anyone to... I'm perfectly fine. I feel great. I feel healthy. So, hold on a second. That was me knocking on wood, in case you couldn't hear. But as long as, with everything going on, it really is best. Plus, the important thing is, I did go last night. And I gotta tell you, even when you go to church, it's still incredibly somber. I mean, for those of you who don't know some of what goes on in church, during the, at one point we have what's called the sign of peace. Basically, it's, if you've seen like a movie that shows you a church, and it's that part it's the part where in the service where, people are shaking hands, possibly hugging, saying peace be with you, all that stuff. You can't shake hands anymore. And there's even one part where, if you've probably seen this as well in movies or heard about it, you gotta hold out your hands to say the Our Father. You can no longer do that either. I mean, you can still say those things, and I have my hands out anyway because, in the spirit of, goodwill, I guess. But, yeah, this is serious. I mean, people are staying home because of all this. Schools are getting canceled for like a month. Stuff like the polar bear plunge, the world's largest human show, everything's getting canceled. Or postponed. Or maybe even both. In spite of all this, I refuse to let this get me down. Because, call it, I guess I once referred to it as my naive optimism. But I've always looked at the glass half full. And I actually just mentioned, when I talked about the State of My Being address the other day, what's gone may be gone, but it's important to remember the things you have, and I do have plenty of things that I love and cherish. In fact, I have people in my life whom I love and cherish. In fact, presuming that we're still doing so, I'm going to be seeing them this afternoon. And I'm looking forward to it wholeheartedly. I'm counting down the minutes. About 7 hours and 45 minutes from now. So, yes, I am vastly looking forward to today. Especially when I sort of did a little something to prepare for it. As well as keeping in theme with the holiday. This one, my favorite holiday. So, right now, I'm doing good. Although, and I am going to be saying this more than once in this video, beware the Ides of March. For those of you who don't know, I actually learned this from my father. Well, the saying I learned from my father, but then he told me what it meant. See, for those of you who don't know, thousands of years ago, there was a ruler in Rome named Julius Caesar. And the fortune teller or prophet walked up to him and said, "Beware the Ides of March." And he didn't listen, and then he ended up getting, assassinated. So that's what the saying comes from. I actually learned that as well because, I said before, I had read quite a bit of Shakespeare because, I had to do stuff for school. And one of them was the tragedy of Julius Caesar. Yeah, that's a Shakespearean tragedy. So, yes. The saying, friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears? It's that one. So, yes, I'm very needless to say, I'm very familiar with the term. But, all in all, even though I did say it's sort of joking though, be careful everyone, please. I'm not even saying this so you can, if you're healthy, you're able to watch me. No, don't even worry about me. Don't worry about whether or not you want to watch me. Protect yourselves. I'm still going to be making videos every day. So, there's always going to be that. I'm going to try and keep a level head and it's not that my feet are hanging on the little bar that's on the chair I'm sitting on, but metaphorically, I'm keeping my feet firmly planted on the ground. So, I'm feeling good. And believe it or not, there really are some advantages to, here's the thing. It got so bad that my grandma didn't want to go out, so I ended up going to church right here in Elmira. Again, I walk over to the church here. Again, I go to Corning because, I gotta pick up my grandma. I do love my grandma. So, actually, it was yesterday when my father and I were debating what we wanted to do. And they suggested that, they meet me for dinner in Elmira. And here's where it gets better. We went to the one, the only, Lib Supper Club. I can tell you what, right now, it really wasn't all. Can't all be that bad. Again, people don't want to go out. And here's the thing. Libs has a very, very good, I've said this many times, but it bears repeating, because that's how good it is. Libs will most likely always be book solid. But not during now. And so, took advantage of the opportunity and we went. Made the reservation. I made the reservation, everything. And we had a lovely evening. In fact, that's where I talked to my mom about whether or not I should go to church this morning. So, yeah. In terms of what I had, actually, here's what I think I'll probably do from now on. I think what I'll do is, because here's the thing. There's only $1 difference between getting the filet and scampi and the prime rib and scampi. And again, Libs is the sort of place where unless you're packing a gift card, not really often, you really shouldn't be going that often. So I got the prime rib instead, and now I don't know what I like from Libs anymore because I could switch between the filet and the prime rib on a dime. That's how good. Again, and I said this many. Here's the thing. I'm actually friends with the owner and head chef of Libs on Facebook, but I have no idea if he watches me. Oh, it's a dude. Obviously, I can at least say that. But I always listen to what he posts and what Libs as a Facebook page posts as well. And I do know some people who work there. I didn't see any of them last night, but I did see some people who work there. I didn't see any last night, but I know some people who do work there, you see. And let me just say to the owner and head chef at Libs, and to the very good people who work at Libs, let me tell you, you are all wizards. Wizards, I say. Geniuses. Masterminds. Brilliant individuals capable of making food that keeps me up at night thinking, man, how did they do that? Because that's exactly what it was. That's how good Libs is. In fact, I've never actually, let's be honest, how often are you friends with someone on Facebook if you haven't met him? I personally haven't met the owner of Libs, but if I ever did meet him, I'd be like, just Wayne's would be like, I'm not worthy, I'm not worthy, I'm not worthy. That's what I would do. So, yes, it was very lovely, and I got to see my mother and father, and actually, there are some cousins that I have, cousins I have, who go to church in Corning as well. They saw you at Libs too. It was funny, because I had beaten my parents at Libs first, and I sat down at our table. And the people in my family, other family members, who just happened to be there, just happened to, show up there, they sat right next to us. So when my parents got there, we all just talked, and we had a lovely evening. So, can't really be all that bad. Although, I did ask them because my parents and my family who was there, they go to the same church. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, see, another one of the reasons why I go to church in Corny is because my father is one of the parish council members in that area. So, obviously, he's got to be there to hold down the fort, keep a level head. Which in times like these, I definitely seek that advice. So, obviously I talked to my father. So, yeah. And at the end of every Mass, he just talks to everyone he sees. So, yeah. Although, fun fact, my mother drives a navy blue Highlander. Navy blue is actually my mother's favorite color, you see. Actually, this. So, yeah. This robe. So, yes. So, actually, before I continue, I should say, I still have my St. Patrick's Day outfit at the ready. I'm just not wearing it now because I don't plan on going out for a while. I don't need to wear it yet. Plus, I've been doing a good job keeping it clean, so, a couple hours or longer, it certainly won't hurt me, that's for sure. Compared to everything else, apparently. But, so, now I just want to show that. So, yeah. When I got to Libs, I actually thought I saw a navy blue Highlander that looks exactly like my mother's. And here's the thing, my mother keeps her car meticulously clean. I looked on the inside to see if it was clean. Not a spot anywhere. I really thought she'd beat me there. But it turns out that my parents arrived in my father's red truck. That's my father drives, a big red truck. A Tacoma, if you will. Yes, Highlander and Tacomas are both Toyota cars. And that's what they drive. So, yeah, a lovely evening with my mother and father. Again, I have everything prepared for today. I definitely have stuff to keep me relaxed. I mean, I can't really do a One Piece manga chapter reaction because it's not gonna be out for another several hours. So, can't really do much of that. But the reaction video will definitely be coming tomorrow for sure. I don't know. I'm going to stay in, relax, stay healthy, stay clean. I suggest you all do the same. Be sure that you all are safe, healthy, and, we'll get through this. Stores running out of cleaning supplies and all sorts of canned goods and stuff it's all craziness, I know. But I know that I'm going to keep a level head. And, not that I'm expecting you to follow me into that, but, as long as we keep a level head, do what you're supposed to do, stay clean, make good choices, okay? That's what you gotta do, make good choices, like I said at the end of every video. And, honestly, we'll get through this. Once again, to the owner, the owner and chef at Libs, as well as the good people who work at Libs, thank you very much for the wonderful meal. Could not say enough high praise about it. I actually said this to our waitress last night. Libs is in the S tier of places to eat in this area. So, and I stand by that. And the fact that now I can't, and honestly, Libs, you made it hard for me to decide between the filet and the prime rib. Honestly, I can switch them both on a dime. This is my main course on my full course menu. I mean, don't get me wrong. The filet at Moretti's is still outstanding, and it's a tie, as I've said in the past. But yes, You know, you made it more difficult for me to decide. And I'm actually quite okay with that. Just like I'm okay with staying in, relaxing, and wishing you all a wonderful, happy Sunday. So like, favorite, share, hit that subscribe button, follow me on social media platforms, turn on those notifications on YouTube. I am very humbled I made this video for all of you guys who watch and enjoy today. I'm hopeful you all have a wonderful, wonderful Sunday. I'm going to spend mine with my family. Can't wait to see them. Love you guys. And remember, if you guys want to talk and chat, I'm always going to be here. It's Lennon here. I'll always have your back. Take care. Make good choices. And beware the Ides of March. See ya.